Okay, I thought I'd try to make a video on how to reset a Ryobi battery pack. I have a Ryobi lithium 18 volt battery pack. Now this was a little smaller than this one. It's a 24 watt hour, but it should work the same. It looks to be everything the same. Well, what's happening is on this battery pack, it will read 20 volts, 20.6 volts, almost 21. On this one, it is 0. It was working in a piece of equipment, and I ran the battery out, and when I went to put it on the charger, it reads defective. Okay, so instead of like this, where it's supposed to read charging. So, looking on the internet, of course, on YouTube, you can find anything, and you can find these videos just like what I'm making here. But I thought, okay, I'll make my own version of it. And what I've got my multimeter. I've got a car battery charger here, putting out 12 volts. These packs are 18, so it should be okay without overcharging anything. I've got my charger here to test to see if it's going to be working here. And one of the most important features to get before you even start is a tamper-proof torque set. I did not have this when I started working. I had to go out and buy one. This is a Husky with several of them in it, but the key point is it has to have the hole in the middle of the Torx, because these little screws have a little nipple-like thing sticking up there that will not allow a regular Torx to go on. So when you're looking for one of these, make sure it's tamper-proof, and the indicator will have the dot in the middle of the Torx shape. This one happens to be a 10, so that would allow me to take these screws out. There are 5 of them. 4 on the corners and 1 in the middle of the tower. I'll speed the video up so you don't have to watch me do each one of these real slow. Now the trick, there's one more thing you have to overcome. That last screw has a cover on it. Supposedly that, if you take that out, it voids the warranty on the battery. It's better if you save your receipt when you buy one of these things. If it goes out within 3 years, Ryobi will replace it. But since I don't have my receipt and I don't know how long I've had this thing, I'll just do it this way. But you have to get down in this little plug. I don't have a monitor, so I hope I'm picking that up. There's a plug on covering that last screw, so you have to sort of dig it out. So I've got a punch here. I'm going to see if I can get into it and get it out. Yeah, it's coming out. All right, so there you go. It just looks like that to uncover that last screw. Take that out. And because I was using this when it just ran the batteries down, and these things stop. They don't hardly give you any warning. They just go off. They're turned off. I'm going to assume that the batteries are okay. I just can't get to the recharge. I'm going to pull this tab back here, pull this tab back here, pull the cover off, and that reveals the electronics. You have a plate for one side of the terminals. Let's see if I can see it. One side is positive, one side is negative. pull these little clips out. They just come straight up. Let's see what we've got here. I should be able to read. I think this is the negative side. Let's see, if this is positive here, then this is negative on this side. That's the way it works. It's opposite once you get out. See, it's still reading, let's see, 0.46. Yeah, so this is the positive side. This is the negative. I'm going to mark that. You can see that it looks different. This is the positive side up here. Still has some residual. And what happens is, see, it has almost 5 volts left in the battery pack. But for some reason, if you get below a threshold, and it appears that the threshold is somewhere around 12 volts. If you get less than 12 volts residual voltage left in your pack, when you go to charge it, it will not go over to the charge side. It gives you that defective error. Now the battery should not be defective, it's just below the threshold of the charger to detect the pack. So the trick is to charge up the batteries to above that threshold so that when you put it back in here, it will read. So I've got my 12 volt battery here, and I'm going to hook up this to the positive. Whoop, little alligator clips. I've got my alligator clip for my negative side. Now, I'm just going to let that sit there for a while until I can get a reading with the meter that will give me a reading above about 12 volts, and it should go into the charger and be okay at that point for the remainder of the charge. Get that one out of the way. Let's just take a look at it and see. Yeah, I'm getting 13.4 volts coming out of the the battery charger. So I'm going to let that sit there for a while. Well, I can't expect it to get above 13.9, I guess. Saying 13.9. Let's just throw the cover back on and see what happens. Put it back in here like that. Oh, there we go. There it goes. So now we'll be able to charge. Either that or I've got something going goofy on my contacts here because I don't have it hooked up totally. Let's put that back down in there. There it goes. Yeah, it looks like it has to read it. It has to read it, determine it's reading for the voltage. Looks like I might have a loose contact terminal in there somewhere too. But anyway, that's the way it's supposed to go. But reading that, it's pulsing. It's in energy save mode, whatever that means. But at least I know I'm going to be able to charge it now. So I'm going to put this thing back together, and hopefully that will last a little bit longer. That sort of kick starts it so that at least I can use the tool and recharge it. I guess that's it. And treat it like it's been restored. I think I've got it up to the threshold voltage now. I think it will charge once I get it all secured. So that's it. I'm going to call it on this video. Bye for now. It's been about 15-20 minutes since I put this back together, this Ryobi battery pack. I put it back together and put it in the charger. And let's see, it should... There it is. It's back to life. So, I'm going to call that mission accomplished. Yep, there it goes. That's the way it's supposed to work. Okay, well, I hope that helps somebody out there. Don't throw those things away. They are repairable. So I guess that's it. I'm going to shut my mouth and shut off the video and go do some editing now. Bye for now.